Well, I got tired of playing around. We are not using the computer, we're using my phone. I'm sick of the nonsense. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me get this out of here. We want to do what here? How do I get back? Come on. There we go. We're live on that one. Let me know if you can hear me because I don't have any way to monitor this particular video. Let's see here. Can you hear me? Okay. Top chat. One person. I think that's me that's watching. Anyway, we're gonna continue on with what we were doing. I I had there's a problem with my laptop. I might have to just go buy another one. I don't, you know, I'm not gonna fight with it. So we'll see what happens. So let's see here. There's only one watching. That's one is me. So let's take this out of here and kind of inspect it. See what it looks like. I need to glue that trailing edge piece anyway because I noticed it was loose. Oh, I know. I have to finish out these two ribs here. So we can't take it out yet. Got to finish these two pieces. So I'll do this. It's only going to take a second to finish these out. Nothing's more aggravating than when it doesn't work. Let's see here. So I can't tell who's watching. I can see the chat though because I'm using my my tablet. And I do apologize for the other two videos, but there's not anything I can do. It's just aggravating. So I need to put the stiffener in here. So this is 4. Too tight. What the heck's going on here? How many are watching? We have 0 watchers. Yeah, we're still alive. I guess you guys got aggravated with me. It's okay. It'll be there for other people to watch. So what we got going here? Need to do what to make that fit? Cut this off. Better yet, sand it off. Yeah, broke. So, let's see if it fits now. Come on. Okay. I'll glue this one in. Hopefully we're going to end up with a light wing here. Oh, this one already has a stick on it, so that's good. All we got to do is hollow it out. Hey guys, let me know if you can hear, because there's no way for me to... Well, I could check it on my computer, I suppose. I need a 12-year-old kid that likes airplanes, that wants to help. You can't believe that how good a 12-year-old kid can operate this stuff. Especially if they want to play a game. But you know, in today's world, you can't even have kids around you. Somebody might sue you for some stupid shit. Okay, let's put the last piece in here. Then we're going to go on to the wing leading edges. I'll show you how to figure those out. And I do apologize for just, the computer has crashed twice today. I don't understand what the problem is. Might be OBS taking up too much memory. I don't know, but we know this works, so we'll go with this. It's got a great picture too. Okay. So now I can take it out of here. I can weigh it. I'll give you an estimate of what each wing half will weigh. And we'll see if we're in the ballpark. I need to glue, detail glue the trailing edge here. I also need to turn it over and sand that other side of the trailing edge. We might do that before we go any farther. I don't know. So let's see here. Oh, it feels heavy. Where do we need to glue? Right back here. Right back here. Okay. Let me see if this thing is putting out sound. If it's not putting out sound, there's no sense in doing this. YouTube, my channel, your videos. Let's see here. Nothing like aggravating. It says live, one watching. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is. Yep. All right. So, I can now monitor it on the TV. I see it on my phone. I have it on the tablet. Okay, so we got a good picture. I know we got good sound. We don't have anybody watching, but that's okay. So now what I want to do is I'm going to clean this cradle off because we're going to need this stuff on the other side. And I'm going to flip it over on and get the other half of the cradle and do the other side of the wing. Before I build the other half of the wing, I'm going to do the leading edges and we're going to get them wrapped up and soaking so that tomorrow I can put this wing together. So I put that on top of the other half, turn it over, take the top half. This is ridiculous. So now I can turn this wing over and do the other half of the trailing edge like I showed the first time. So you want to have it in the cradle. You don't want to do it by hand. It's way too difficult. I'll put the tape on it and we're going to plane the edge of this trailing edge down. Is the tape necessary? If you're careful, no. Better safe than sorry, though. Remember what I said about razor planes? Only about 10,000 sticking out. And I'm not even sure it's 10,000. It might only be 5,000. Because if you have more than 5,000 sticking out, you'll gouge everything. Let's try to make a full pass with that. One shaving, full pass. The important part is just to not dig into the trailing edge sheeting. And that's why your tape is there. You can always sand it. You can't put it back. Not without taking things off. It's clogged up there. You guys let me know. Do you think that the phone does a better camera job than my other camera? I really want to make some big progress on this weekend. Hell, if this stuff going around here, I might not be around very long, so I got to get one more airplane done. Got to get another airplane done. That way they all can be auctioned off to keep Stunt Hanger open while I'm gone. Okay. We've taken it down pretty good. I think that I want to go the rest of the way with sandpaper. Leave your comments in the comment section below or in the chat area. I mean, I'm open for suggestions on how to do this streaming stuff. It's not as easy as it looks. To be the builder, the actor, the content provider, the producer, jack of all trades, master of none type ordeal. So let's take 320 on this. I don't want to get too aggressive. Of course, that don't seem like it's going very fast. Let's do it 80 gently. Matter of fact, I can put some tape back on it. Bring it down with 80. And I'll get the long bar on it. And we'll long bar it. But been doing these Saturdays at John's, but I want to do my part in self-quarantine too, so I don't really have anything pressing I got to do over there. But you know, it's always better to have John with me. We kind of play off each other. Okay. So I've taken 90% of it off. We'll get the long bar on it and straighten it out till it's perfect. If you don't have a 30-inch Great Plains long bar, you're missing out. You got to have one of these. This does the whole length and will bring everything down perfectly flat. The problem is holding it. Be gentle, rock it back and forth. It's perfect. Just needs to come down a little bit. About had a disaster. The battery was up on the shelf. I pulled the battery over to plug it into the phone. The calipers fell off the shelf and just missed top of the wing here. So almost had a crash before it even started. Normally that doesn't happen until after the tissue's on it. Sanding with 320. Takes a while, but I don't want to dig into this trailing edge sheeting and put big grooves in it, because then all I have to do is fill it in the finishing process. So after putting the silk span on and 10 gallons of primer and so on and so forth. We still have to cut our hinge mounting blocks. This wing, you know, I've been working on it for a week, hour a day, so we got about 5 or 6 hours in it now. More time monkeying with cameras than I do working. That's why it's not going down, it's not glued. Keep sanding a hole in it. It's not glued, it's just pushing it down. Glued down though. Hopefully I didn't sand a hoop in it. Yeah, about to. I'll get it straightened out here though. There we go. Coming around now. If you get a spot when you're doing this that will not sand, that means it's not glued. There's a line that won't come out. It means that every time you run the block over, you're pushing the sheeting down, but so now let's inspect it. See how straight it is. Pretty straight. It needs a little bit on top side, the other side right here. That's good enough. I'll let it I'll let it go there until I get it together and sand the whole length. So now I'm going to sand the sheeting ends. And the spars. That didn't take much. I'm going to do different wingtips on this than I normally do. I'm going to do a plate wingtip. And we'll do a plate wingtip with the leading edge and perimeters like on the Continental. That's really a good way to do things because the paper lays down so nice. The original Tucker had solid wingtips, but I don't have that good of wood, so I'm going to have to do built-up wingtips. So let's set this aside now. We'll lay up for the sheeting, and I'll show you how to do that. Oh boy. You know, one thing I did notice when I'm streaming with the phone, it's faster than the computer. I mean, it's like instantaneous. I can see what's going on the stream. So that's good. So this is the RH1. I need to put that with the wing so I don't lose that. Or LH1 it should be. I'll put that there. Okay, got that. Now I have to dig out the bucks. There's the foam bucks to the original, or to the small Tucker. I need to get rid of this stuff. Here is the bucks. Here's the bucks to the original, to the XL. Top left. That's what we're doing first. Might as well get this one out too. I got all them XL wings. I even got that big thick core there. Okay. Do we have anybody watching us? If nobody wants me to do this, say so. All right. I think I'm going to get the garbage pail over here and clean off the workbench so I have some unobstructed surface to work on. Pretty important. Those stupid calipers about killed the wing. I won't need the owner's manual for the jigsaw. If you can't figure out a jigsaw, you're kind of lame. Okay, so we're going to need that again. These are the knives. Put the top back on the kicker. The ruler's back in here. Well, I'm afraid that life as we've known it is about to change with this country. We're in deep doo-doo. Put the pins back in the box. I can't believe nobody's on and watching. Usually I start these things and at least 15 people come on. I guess they got tired of me killing the stream. It's the third time today. But nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. Okay, these are my man dust half ribs for the other side. That's trash. We'll save this for. Boy, you can't believe the dust in here. To choke to death. To vacuum it up. Take a drink. Gotta love balsa dust. Let's see here. Sanding block, stripper, gonna need that. There's a pen. Bell crank's gonna go in there. I hope I can find that basswood. I know I got some 1/8" basswood here. Okay. First thing I'm gonna, oh, I shouldn't have thrown these little sticks away. I need those for the other wing. Save them there. Save that. Okay. Let me run the vacuum real quick. I'll save that piece. We'll get started on the leading edge sheeting. Man, I got a lot of shavings on the ground here. Don't want to get it too out of control. I gotta live here, and the landlord comes in and sees a wood shop going on, they might not be happy. good enough. We'll clean up after we're done. You're probably wondering why I'm getting it clean. Well, you'll know here in a second. Okay. I got to scrape this bench off and get any of the boogers off of it, because this is where I'm going to lay my sheeting out, sand and cut. And if you sand the sheeting on top of a bunch of boogers, your whole airplane will have dents in the wing. And there's some CA stuck on this glass. Like that rock right there. Really need a separate area to do this on, apart from your building area, designated only for sheeting. But who's got that kind of money and that kind of space? Can anybody hear me? Is there anybody out there, or am I just talking to myself? Let's see here. There are no viewers. 38 minutes of no viewers. If you guys are just not that interested, we can do it tomorrow. Because I got it figured out now that I can do it without the computer. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to end this video because there's no sense in me doing this. I want to go to studio. Or how do I get to studio? Videos. The live show. I want to go here. Oh no, wait a minute. We did get some here. Here we're live. We got 6 views, 2 viewers. Comments is 0. So go ahead and I'll stay on. You know, otherwise I'll turn it off because it's not worth it. So much trouble to do. Okay. Just up 5:40 a.m. here. Hey, Craig. 5:40 a.m. Where the heck are you? Antarctica? Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to lay the sheeting out for the wing. Let me get a rag here and wipe this off. I've scraped my table to get it free of most of the debris. The bumps. That will show up in your sheeting like you can't believe. Bisbee, Australia. Yeah, you're down there with who's the guy who makes the propellers? I can't remember his name now. Made the propellers and the tuned pipes. Okay. We're doing them both, but we're going to do the left first. Brian Ether. That's who I'm thinking of. Brian Ether. You know, a little silver lining can be, when you go shopping with your wife or whatever, can be brought into every bit of shopping or every bit of life or whatever. You got to buy yourself a dressmaker's tape. When I go into Walgreens or Rite Aid or wherever, I'm always looking at the perfume bottles, odd shapes, to make clunk tanks out of. I'm always driving down the road and looking at somebody's front yard or field or parking lot. Wow, that'd make a great place to fly. Okay. We need to get our skins ready to mold. So the first thing you do is you measure the length. We need 29, so we'll make them 30 inches. 30 inches in length. On the big end, I always go to the end of the buck. We need to make that 30 by 10 on one end. And 7 on the other. 30, 10, 7. So, now comes wood selection. Use everything to your advantage. You know you're going to have to add tip weight, so you want to use the heaviest pieces on the outboard side. So let's separate them into heavy and light. 15, 15, inboard center. They're all 15, it looks like. 15, no, this is 14. 14, 14, 15. If you look at this one, it's kind of got a twist in it. It's that's no good. Even if you mold it, no, they're ones we cut. I think if these aren't ones I cut, I got them from Bob. Let me see here. Yeah, these are from Bob. These here, but we did make some. We did cut foam cores. Anyway, this is a propeller. It's twisted, so you don't want to use that one. We'll set that aside for something else. I had already sorted through these, so this is a 14. This is a 14, nice straight grain 14. It only has a knot in it though. This is a 15. I had one. This is the inboard center. If you look at the wood, if you look at the grain on this, it's nice and straight. Nice and straight. So, first thing I want to do is make it 30 inches long. And I want to use the grain to my advantage. So this is the nice end. This will be the center section. And we'll make it 30 inches long. This is the 7-inch end. And this is the 10-inch end inboard, inside. 10-inch. So we know this board, or this piece of wood is 4 inches wide. We're going to mark this at 2 inches. And 2 inches on this end. So go ahead and draw a pen line down that. Now if you put center lines on your ribs, you can match your ribs up to this center line in the sheeting. So there's the center line. That's the inboard. It's going to fold this way. It's going to fold inside itself. Now we know this end has to be 10, so we have 4. We're going to need 6 inches on that. So I guess what I need to do is, first thing is to trim the edges on these sheets. So we'll get out my good meter stick. This is a nice, straight, smooth stick. And we'll get a new blade in the, I can do it with a razor blade. We'll use a razor blade, good sharp new razor blade. Ah, you dog. Okay, that's nice and straight now, hopefully. So let's check that, make sure that edge is straight. Perfect, 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 perfect. Turn it around because I'm right-handed. We'll go from left to right. Whatever makes you comfortable. Ah, It doesn't matter, it's on that end. So better you make these joints, the better your sheeting is going to look when it's on the airplane. Now there is a problem. I've been gluing these together with thin set CA, and CA does leave a hard line, but there's not a whole lot you can do. I don't know how to join it any different. Some people say white glue or whatever. I don't have a month to wait for white glue to dry. That looks pretty good. Yep, okay. So we got 4 inches, less a few thousandths. And we know we're going to need 10 on this end. Here's a hole in that right there. That ain't no good. Plus it's a propeller. Am I going to have enough sheeting? Yep. Hopefully I factored that in. Okay. Here's a 14. So we need to cut a straight edge on this end. I'm going to cut it about a ½ inch too big because it is going to relieve. When I cut it away, it's going to try to go back to where the sun was. Nice clean edge. So we need 10. We need 6 and we'll make it 6 1/4 from that line. 6 1/4. Where's my tape? So we need 10. Make it 5 1/4. The heck am I thinking about? 5 1/4. You know what? I'm going to be able to turn this around for the other side. That's a good thing. 5 1/4. 5 1/8. And this end has to be 7. So 3 5/8. Three 1/2 times 2 is 7. Plus 1/8 is 7 1/4. And you say, what is he talking about? Well, I'll show you. I think there's going to be enough there, maybe. If not, we can use it somewhere else. So this piece needs to be cut. Let's hope it doesn't relieve too bad. From there, there may be enough there. Let me see what that comes out. That's Yeah, I'll just cut it. We're gonna have to cut it regardless, so I'm thinking I can turn it around and use the other side. Did you see it bow? Did you see it relieve? That means this side is not going to be straight. Maybe. Is there enough there? There is. Perfect. Man, we lucked out. We have lucked out. Okay. Well, that's good. I don't remember the video, but I'm glad it helped you, Craig. So this one's going to be able to turn this way. Yeah, we're gonna make out like a bandit. It's going to be lighter than I thought. Have to straighten it up, but it should. Let's see if we got 10 inches here. We got 10. We're in there. Okay. There hasn't been a whole lot. You know what? We missed. What happened? I missed. What did I do wrong? Let's see here. 2. This should be 3. That's what it was. It's 2 1/4. Damn. Oh well. I just killed that piece of wood. Mistakes. Next. Oops. That's what I get for doing videos. Not thinking things through. Made it 2 1/2 instead of 3 1/2. 2 and 3 is 5. 2 1/2 and 2 is 4 1/2. What the knucklehead. Try again. Hopefully we can get by with this. So I need 5 from the center. Yeah, see, that was way off. Trying to save wood, I guess. 5 and 1/8. And from the center here, let's mark a line on this so I can see what I'm doing. No more mistakes. Can't make mistakes. Okay, I need 7. 3 1/2 from the center line. We still might make it. 3 1/2 from the center line is 7. I mean, I could still use that piece. I would just have to splice it again. And I'm not in, I want to keep the splicing down to the bare minimum. Okay. No, that's nowhere near close enough. Nope. So, this is the end board, and that's going to be the top. So, I do it like so. I think that's how we're going to do it. If I do it like so, maybe I could use one of these helicopter pieces. Well, I got some other stuff over here. Here's a 15, and here's a bunch of 15s and 16s. Here's a 15, but that's a helicopter. Man, are we still, can you still hear me? Seems that I've lost batteries in this thing here. I'm so sick of this nonsense. Can you still hear me? Type it in the chat box. Oh, man. So, here's a bunch of 15s and 16s. This thing here. I'm so sick of this nonsense. Okay, I guess we can. Can you still hear me? Type it in the chat box. I guess I don't need the batteries on that then. That's good. Do me a favor. If the audio drops out, let me know in the chat. So let's pull out my secret stash of wood here. Here's a stash of unobtainium. These are twisted. I don't really care for those. Let's see. Here's an 11. Wow. Let's see here. It's a 17. That's a 16. Let's see. I need one more piece out of this mess. I guess this will work right here. Yeah, this will work. Okay. Remember, if it's not up to your standards, don't settle for less. If you settle for every part that you put on your airplane, if you settle for something that isn't premium, it'll be 75 ounces when you're done. It'll be no good. So let's cut this. This is the joiner line. This Tucker Special here, this Tucker XL, is not going to have any gold on it. Still going to be Miss Ashley red, but it ain't going to have no gold on it. We might do it in the old scheme of things, Dana cream. Those airplanes back in the 60s were finished very well, but they were very plain. So we need 10 inches. And I think I made it 10 and 1/8, so we'll go 5 and 1/8 from the center. It was 5 and 1/4 I made it. 5 and 1/4. You want to leave plenty of spring. 5 and 1/4. Once I get them together, I can always trim it. Yeah, red and Dana cream. They had a piece of nose art on them and very little wing. Very little wing, you know, rigmarole. And back then they didn't even use ink lines, but we'll have ink on this one. So we got 3 1/2 there. And 3 1/2 is going to be 7. So we'll make it 7 and 7/16. So we get it right there. Okay. Seems like a lot of work to go through for to do this, but what else are you going to be doing? Okay, there's one skin plotted and laid. Let's glue it together and get it soaking. Thing relieved a little bit when I cut that other side. Hopefully it's not too bad. Of course, I did make these longer than I needed to be, and see it relieved a 1/16 of an inch. It's still relieving. That's why you always give yourself a little extra. Okay, we better get it glued before it relieves some more. It's got power in it. That's the grain is trying to go back where it came from. Like I told you, it's a living thing, so let's cut it to length, make it a little long, break it off, cut the length. I've made these things a 1/4 inch bigger anyway, plus you got 3/8 of an inch overhang on the buck itself. So you know, I've left myself plenty of room to trim or make a mistake. We'll need them in other places. So there's the skin. Let's get some wax paper. So this is one, center, 2. Okay, I need some wax paper. Put a couple pieces of tape around your fingers like that. A couple turns or whatever. Get your snorkel snuggie ready to go. Line them up. Pull them together. Give it a tack. Rub it in. Down about 6 inches. Do it again. 6 inches, 2, 3, 4, whatever it takes. Rub it in. Good tight joint is important, so you want to pull it together tight as you can make it. That's the reason for trimming the edges, so that it is a good tight joint. And when you rub it down, it's putting the tops right on top of each other. If that makes sense. Now we'll go back down here and run a B to CA all the way down. You see the smoke coming off of it. We got little rocks on here, but it's not a big deal because this is on the inside. Sound has gone lower. Okay, well let me change the batteries. Oh, I know. The sound went lower because I didn't put the microphone on. Can you hear me better now? I know. I might could clip this mic right here to this monitor. Let's try that. Sound check, testing 1, 2. Can you hear me okay? Checking 1, 2. Give me a 5x5 if it's loud and clear. Because now I don't have the mic on me, I have it on the monitor. I'm sure it's not going to be as good as if it was right up next to my chin, but it's all an experiment. I have no clue what I'm doing with movie recording or whatever. I've only been doing this now, YouTube channel, probably 4 years, and still haven't figured it out. I know that I can edit up movies and spend a lot of time and make them look halfway decent, but man, is it time consuming and never get any building done if I did that. I used to do 2 or 3 camera views. And sit down and edit them with music, and you can go back and it's just a lot of work. It's not worth it. Like, subscribe, and share the video. Super chats are always welcome. Helps me keep Rusty going. Our channel's been way down on revenue with all this stuff going on. I'm hoping all my modeling friends are going to be all right. I personally don't know anybody with the funk, but okay, so we got that. All right, the next thing to do is to take your sanding block. What the heck happened to it? Slow charging. What does that mean? Oh, this stupid thing. I am so sick of this. I see this. Don't show it again. That goes up to here. This is on. That's on. Okay. Alright, let's sand this out and we'll move on to the next step, which is filling the bathtub up. I'm just sanding the rocks off the back of it. This is 80 grit. Doesn't much matter. I'm going to get them the same height. I think we're still charging. I don't know. Been on 79 minutes. Three. Take this out. Can't tell. Anyway, now the paper is kind of stuck to this because wax paper isn't wax paper anymore. It's just paper that's shiny. That's alright, we'll get it pulled up. Don't sand this side with 80 grit. You'll be in a world of hurt. Yeah, I need a production team. What's going on here? It's charging. Shut that off. I don't know what's happening with this stupid thing. There we go. 80, it says 83, it says it's charging. I don't know. Okay. We got a little bit of paper on here, but not a problem. Good block, 320, not 80. This will be the only time you sand this. You can sand a little when it's on the buck, but you do not sand this when it's on the wing. So you got to make sure that it's right here. I don't know what's going on here. Things up here beeping at me. Oh, come on. I have no clue what's going on with this stupid thing. It says slow charge. Well, it should be charging. It's got the charger plugged in. We'll get her fixed. Well, there it is. Maybe the cord died. I don't know. Yeah, I'll put this over here. Anyway. A little bit of paper still on there. I got it. If you look here, there's a hard spot right there where the CA's bled through. That's no good, but there's not much I can do about it. Okay, this is the wing skin for that one wing. Let's weigh all this stuff and see what a skin and the wing are going to weigh. I'm going to say 2.5 ounces. That's in grams. We want to go to ounces. Oh, mode. Oh, I got the clip on there. Let's make sure that's off of that. 2.2 ounces. What's this up here? Yeah, 2.2 ounces. You can't see it. It's down through the hole there, but so we got a 2.5 ounce per side. This wing will weigh 5 ounces when it's done, and that's right. This right here by itself weighs 1.2 ounces, and this piece right here by itself weighs 1 ounce. And that's what it takes to build a light airplane. You're not going to be able to build a light airplane with heavy wood, period. Hopefully we're not on the low battery side. We've been running 87 minutes. Do you guys want me to keep this going, or have you had enough of me today? Yeah, tight bond's great. Tight bond is great, but I don't have a week to wait for it to dry. Okay, I'm going to take a break for just a second, and the break is not because I'm shutting it off. I got to fill the bathtub. I'll be back in a second. Just got a head full of hot water. I thought it was the drain, and I pulled the shower. Okay, let's take the first piece over and set it in the water. And we'll start cutting on the other one while this is soaking. Man, I need something heavier than that. Didn't realize that was so buoyant. Peanut butter, that'll hold it. I know. I got some cans here. Chili. Chili cans. That'll hold it. Well, normally I put the shampoo bottles on top of the wood to hold it in there, but it didn't like that. So I got 2 cans of beans and a jar of peanut butter and set it on it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Let's see. I need to find my ace bandage. Here's an ace bandage. This one, yeah, this one's long. So we need to prepare this. Yeah, tight bond glue. We'll get our surgical equipment ready to go for the first one. I'd say by midnight tonight, I have a complete wing. I won't be, I can't possibly talk that long. But if I continue on, it'll be midnight tonight. I'll have a wing done. So we got the first ace bandage rolled. Let's see if I got any more. I know I do. Just a matter of where. I got all kind of stuff here. Here's another one. That's 2. I might have to do it with just 2. Yep, here's another one. It's an industrial one here. All right, let's see what's going on here. We still got the charger going? Must. I know I killed the batteries on the wireless. I can't keep up with everything. If I have one more bandage, that would be advantageous. That would be 2 bandages per side. It's not summertime, so I can't set them out in the car to heat up. So hopefully they'll be dry by the morning. We'll look for one more. Do I have one more? Yep. We're in business. I found another nice sanding block to use. Okay, last ace bandage, and that'll wrap it up for the bandages. If you're going to do these mold bucks, it's always nicer to have a buddy to hold the foam block itself, and then you put the wood around it, and they, a second set of hands really helps out. It's kind of like inking. I'm going to do this by myself, and I can ink by myself, but sure is nice to have help. Well, this is a long bandage, about 10 foot. Okay. I would imagine that skin is pretty close to being, I got a steam box here, or a steam generator I still haven't made the box for. Can't say is that I'm too lazy, it's just there's not enough time in a day. When I wasn't working, I could really do a lot of stuff. But when I get off work, if you guys knew what I did all day long, I'm tired. On my feet all day long. Up, down, off the ground, underneath the trucks. About 15,000 steps a day. And I know that because I have a pedometer on my phone. All right, we got enough bandages to do the job. 4 bandages. If that ain't enough, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So I was going to lay out this other block, but I think we'll get that thing out of the water. If you get it too waterlogged, it'd take too long to dry. Still got good sound, guys? I have no way to check. So let's get that other good. Sounds okay, sounds good. All right. All right, let's get that thing out of the tub. Get the beans out of there. Put them back in the cabinet. The peanut butter out of there. Hopefully it didn't ruin the peanut butter. I went to Walmart today and got the last 6 rolls of toilet paper. That's all I wanted. I don't need the 6 cases. I just wanted 6 rolls to last me 6 months. I went there the other day. Want to buy 4 rolls or 6 rolls or just one pack. Everything was out. Ridiculous. Get the excess water off this. Okay. Center line on the wood and the center line on the buck line up on each end. There's going to be plenty left over. We're going to cut off to the spar, but you don't want to cut it on the buck. You want to cut it on the wing. Come on now. See, this is where having a friend helps to get everything centered. Not necessary, but helpful. Let's try this again. Tape doesn't stick real well to wet wood. Okay, got one end where it's supposed to be. And we'll do the other end here. It's right on the line. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Let me turn this up. So this line here and this line here line up. Except you can't hear me now because I don't. Oh, I do have the mic on. Okay, good. And we'll put a piece of tape around it. Tape's only necessary to get it started, because there's no way I could do this, get the bandages on it by myself. Okay, it's got, we got to pull it down onto the buck now. You just take your ace bandage and start at either end, it doesn't matter. Come on, you. Yeah. Difficult to do by yourself. I'll get it though. If it kills it. Okay, got it started. Check the other end, make sure we're not running crooked. Looks good. Yeah, 70 ounces, John. Might be 80. This is just for John. You know that it will be 58 ounces. Because at 58 ounces, no matter what it looks like, I stop painting. All right. All right, that's one buck done. Before I go on to the other wing, we'll get the other one done. So that way they're both drying tonight. I need to pull that down, so I need to pull this around this way. Tape does not stick to wet wood worth a darn. There we go. Okay. That's one buck down. That's one buck Brett. Set it over by the heater. Hopefully it'll she'll unthaw or dry out or whatever. Okay, so I can set these cradles underneath because we're not going to need them. Of course, you could weight it. Where the hell's the other buck go? I had them both. Yep, right here. Okay, we'll go through the same rigmarole again for those who didn't see the last one. This was a now if you look at this grain here, if you look at this grain here, this is not really A grain. It's kind of C grain. It's going goofy. So this is not going to make a very good center section. So let's see what we got here. That's not very good for the center either. Well, I got to dip into my heavier stuff here. It looks like. Let's see what this is. Now this wood split, so you don't want to use that because it'll split. Well, it may not. That's a 14, so. But this is outboard, so let's look through the pile. Well, I got another pile back there, and a pile over there. I got lots of piles. Let's look through this, see what we got here. I think these are the Oso Rans. 19, 19, 18, 18, 19. 21. Yeah, these are. Oh, there's a 15. So that's a 15. Let's look at that. Those there. I don't know what pound wood 19 4-inch wide 3/32 thick 19 grams is, but if I got 15 gram wood, why would I use 19 gram wood? The wood that just went on that was 14 gram wood. So we got 17, 16, but we need a good piece of A grain for the center. So if it's 16 A grain, that won't split. See, this is 15, but it's kind of like a potato chip. Not good. So, well, we're going to mold it. Here's a 16, but it's not A grain, it's C grain. I always ask for A grain because you're going to ask for A grain, they're going to send you A, B, and C grain with some A grain mixed in. It's B grain there. Oh, there's a nice piece, but it's 16. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, but it's got a big knot on it. So that's no good. Come on. This is the outboard wing, so we can use the little heavier stuff. That's pretty stout. We're starting to really get up into the stout wood now. $17. Okay, I guess we're still live. I have no idea yet. The phone is getting hot, so I'm going to have to end the stream. I'll see where I'm at later on this evening. And we'll be back. So thanks for watching. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.